Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel once again. So on today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to draft a sleeve, both the long and the short sleeve. So first of all, you're going to fold your pattern paper. I'll be starting with the short sleeve. So on your pattern paper, you draw a straight line. This will serve as the beginning of the measurement. You measure 4.5 inch, then the full length of the short sleeve. I'm using 8, but you can use 9. It's okay. So after doing that, you draw a straight line across those points. After drawing a straight line across those points, then on the middle line, that is the line we marked from 4.5, you measure your biceps. Your bicep, whatever you have, you divide it by 2. Measure your bicep. Mine is 8. Mine is 7 plus 1 inch sewing allowance. That is 8. Then you draw a diagonal line from the beginning to that biceps line. Now on the beginning line, we're going to mark 4 inch. 4 inch. Then you measure the space from the first line to the middle line, which was 4.5. You divide it by 2. Whatever you have, you mark it on the diagonal line. You're going to have 2.25. Mark it on the diagonal line. Now after doing that, we are going to draw a curve. The first curve is going to be from the top line to the middle above. Then the second curve will be from the middle below to the bicep line. Now after doing that, on the last line, you're going to measure your round sleeve. You measure your round sleeve and also add the 1 inch allowance. And after doing that, you connect the lines from the biceps down to the points you marked on your round sleeve. So when we are done with that, you can see I measure the curve to make sure I have the exact measurement of my bicep, and there were some few allowance, so that means it is okay. My measurement is okay since there were some few allowance. So after doing that, I'm going to use a black marker to trace out what the lines, then I cut them out. So we are done with the round sleeve, the short sleeve. So we are done with the short sleeve. So that's just how simple it is to draft a short sleeve. So after doing that, we go to the round sleeve. For the round sleeve, you also fold your pattern paper into 2. After folding your pattern paper into 2, we are going to draw the top line. That's the line where we're going to start our measurement from. And then from that line, we are going to mark 4.5, just like we did for the short sleeve. After marking 4.5, we mark 12. Now this 12 is the middle, that is your elbow. From the top of your arm to your elbow, then you mark the full sleeve. The full sleeve I'm using is 22. You can use 21, 23, depending on what you want, but I'm using 22. Now when you're done with that, you draw a straight line passing through those points. Then on the top line, on the first line, we're going to mark 4, just like we did for the short sleeve. After marking 4, we draw our diagonal line. Okay, our diagonal line will start from the beginning of the line and stop at our bicep measurement. Stop at our bicep measurement. So the next thing, we're going to measure in between the space from the first line to the biceps line. We're going to measure in between the space. We use 4.5, so actually it's 4.5. We divide 4.5 into 2. We had 2.25. Now you mark 2.25 on that diagonal line. After doing that, we're going to draw the top curve. The top curve starts from the beginning of the line, of the top line, and stop at that point you mark 2.5. Then the under curve, we go from that point you mark 2.5 and stop at your bicep measurement, just like we did for the short sleeve. So you see, it's not that difficult to draft a sleeve. You always know that the lines, there's a top curve, there's an under curve, there's a curve below, passing through the diagonal line, and your sleeve will come out perfect. So on the elbow line, you mark to your elbow measurement. Then on the full length of the sleeve, you mark your round sleeve measurement. Then you connect the lines together. After connecting the lines, you use a curve to connect from the biceps down to the elbow. you don't make it straight, you don't go straight, use a curve because of the armhole. Use a curve to connect from there down to the elbow line. So that's all. Now we're going to trace out the lines using a black marker. I'm going to trace out the line I'll be cutting out using a black marker. So I've traced out the lines. The lines which are black are the lines I'm going to cut out. So we're going to label this long sleeve. This is the long sleeve. So you see, it's not that difficult to cut a sleeve. Just know that when you draw the diagonal line, there's always a curve up and there's a curve below to get the arm hole of the sleeve. So I've measured round the sleeve to make sure I get the actual measurement of my biceps. So if you enjoyed this tutorial, like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, okay?